Peace, family. Y'all climb on in. Let me know if y'all can hear me well too. Let me know if y'all can hear me, if y'all can see me, all of that good stuff. Peace. Y'all climb on in. Y'all see what we got on the board too. Climb on in. Let me know if I'm recording. Let me know if I'm up. Let me know if y'all can hear me, see me, any of that. Let me know. But we're going to get this started. Let me put my banner on here. All right, y'all see what we got on here. Your food is either adding years to your life or taking years from it. That's what we're going to talk about today. Your food is either adding years to your life or taking years from it. All right. Ricky Bobby, where you been, King? I just been off 1 week, y'all. 1 week, man. We've been super busy. We've been working, man. Working. Y'all know we opening up this clinic / alkaline vegan restaurant / herbal store, whatever you want to call it. It's a lot of work, y'all. It's a lot of work, a lot of dedication. We working with the architect. We got to make sure everything right for county. Man, they want every list of equipment that's gonna be up in there, down to the bar, the stove. I mean, everything, man. The stuff that they asking for. I mean, they very, very tedious. Whenever you're dealing with St. Louis County, man, they have. And luckily, we not dealing with Ferguson and Florissant. We dealing with like a Ferguson, Florissant unincorporated. It's right in the county, y'all. It's literally right in the county. So right over there by that off of it's between New Halls Ferry and West Florissant, closer to the Home Depot. So luckily we in a good spot where they ain't being no assholes, but the stuff that's required just to pass the permits for the contractors to start the renovation process, because the renovation process only gonna take like 8 weeks. But you gotta have all your ducks lined up in a row for the inspector won't tell you hell no. So we just been doing all of that, man. They want names of machines, where the machines come from, dimension, specs. You got to make sure the sinks is commercial sinks. Even down to your mop. Even the mop we using to mop up the place doing cleaning, that gotta be industrial down to the specs. The bar, we getting the bar personally made. The juice bar, we getting that personally made. So it's just a whole lot of stuff that's going into building this thing up for y'all. So we just been real busy, y'all. That's what we've been doing. Let me give y'all some shout outs. Ricky Bobby, shalom. Christine, shalom. Shandy, shalom. Jeanette, shalom. All of y'all in the building. My brother say, yep, I can hear and see you, bro. Call me once you get off. All right, bro, I got you. Candy, shalom. Y'all climb on in. Yeah, we just been super busy getting these packs out. It's a lot of our people are suffering from sicknesses, diseases. Y'all know how it goes. So, I mean, man, it's only a few of us really doing this work. So we be super busy and we trying to do a lot and get a lot open for y'all as well. So that's all it is, family. So look, y'all see what we got on the board. What we talking about is you either one bite closer to life or you one bite closer to your death. What you eat is very, very important. And the reason why a lot of our people are going through what we're going through now, and the reason why we always having all these questions is because of our diets. Everything that I ever read to y'all is diets. You rarely hear me read about car accidents and we getting somebody out of a car accident because out of a wheelchair because of a car accident. You rarely hear us treating gunshot wounds or any of that. Notice all the terminal chronic cases that we deal with is cause and effect. People are playing with the acid side of chemistry, and them acids and these proteins are breaking our people down, breaking the blood down, breaking the entire molecular structure down, and it's binding us up, man. It is really attaching our bodies to our nervous system, and all you're gonna ever see is pain. All you're gonna ever see is corrosion, cancer. That's when you start hearing all these crazy words, and it's all because of what we're putting inside of our bodies, the cause and effect of chemistry, y'all. I mean, and that's truly what's going on here. It's the things that we're eating and the things that we're putting in our mouths. We're literally weaponizing our foods against us. We're eating things that our bodies is not created to eat. All these foreign proteins, all this bleach white sugar, bleach white flour, things that don't have no carbon in it, things that don't have no type of melanin in it. We just literally call anything food and we eat it. If they put the word food on it, guess what? The Negro will pick it up and put it in his mouth. And the cause and effect for that is man, is killing us. You know, what goes around comes around. The Bible say, whatever a man soweth, also shall he reap. You see that? You got the law of karma. You got the law of what goes up and what must comes down. And we don't truly understand that when it comes to what we're putting in our body. We need to start truly looking at our bodies like they're vehicles, right? Our body is a vehicle. What type of fuel is you giving it? And once you really start picking up that ideology and realizing, okay, it's only two sides to chemistry. We're only dealing with the alkaline side of chemistry or the acid side of chemistry. Then that's what you need to be doing. Everything you pick up to put in your mouth, is this alkaline or is this acid? Will this add to the acidosis in my body, or would this add to the alkalinity in my body? That's what we need to be doing. Same thing that you do when you go to the gas station and you in a G-Wagon or you in a Range Rover or you in one of them Hellcats. You ain't finna put no unleaded gas in there. You're going to put premium gas in it because you don't want to mess with the functioning of your vehicle. Well, this is a vehicle, and basically you project your consciousness through this vehicle to experience this reality. What type of fuel are you putting in your vehicle? Man, y'all eating hot chips, y'all eating ramen noodles, y'all eating chicken with seasoned salt and lemon pepper on it, all the things that you putting in your body, and you wonder why your body is deteriorating and breaking down into the composition that it is in. It's because you're eating predominantly acid foods. So we're going to break down the pH scale. We're going to get into the potential hydrogen of things. I'm going to show y'all some things. I'm going to flip my screen, and then we're going to answer some of these questions. But I really need y'all to understand what acid is and what alkaline is. What does that mean, and what does it mean for your body? And that's what we're really going to talk about and get into today. So if y'all ready to get this started, type in some 9s, and we'll get everything started. And my bad, y'all. I've been gone for a week. Y'all acting like I've been gone for 2 months or something. It's only been for a week. But look, we picking back up quick. Type in some 9s if y'all ready. I'm gonna flip my screen and I'm gonna show y'all some things, and we're gonna get this started. Make sure y'all got y'all pens, make sure y'all got y'all pads, make sure y'all writing this information down, especially if you're a potential healer and you out here with your own clients. Write these things down. All right. And if y'all got any questions at the end, y'all can most definitely ask them, and I'll try to answer as many as I could. All right, all praises. All right, let's get it started then. Let me flip my screen. Let me flip my screen real quick. We're going to get this thing started. Let me show you how to heal the body. Share my screen. Let me pull this up on Facebook if I can see y'all comments. 1 second, y'all. It's only been for a week. All right, cool. All right, let me share my screen with y'all now. I don't want to start this off here. All right, if y'all can see my screen, type in some 9s and we're going to get it started. I just shared my screen with y'all. Let's see if y'all can see it. Y'all should be looking at a big old potential hydrogen scale, a big old pH scale. Oh, that's what I'm doing. I'm tripping. Hold on, y'all. I didn't take my my thing off. Hold on, family. My bad. Let me take this off for y'all real quick. Brand. All right, that's off. All right, y'all should be able to see the whole thing now. Now let me blow it up. All right, y'all, let me know if y'all can see it now. I just took that banner frame that I usually have on there off. Let me know if y'all can see it. If y'all can see my whole entire screen now, and if y'all can see this potential hydrogen scale up here, type in some 7s and we're going to go and get this started. Go on, get it started. Type in some 7s and look, let's learn, let's eat. That's what it's about. It's about learning how to heal yourself, how to truly, truly cleanse the body. That's what we're talking about. And if you don't understand this chart right here, you will not understand anything. Dr. Sebi tried to teach this chart for years and years, and it went over a lot of people's head. Okay, so what we're looking at is we're looking at a potential hydrogen scale chart. All right, this is where you get the word pH balance from. Notice it starts at 0 and it ends at 14. All right, what we truly try to aim for is to be neutral. This is this 7 in the middle. This is what we try to aim for, is to be neutral all the time right here. Right now, when you sick, whenever you are sick, your body is at this number 5 going on down. Cancer actually starts at 5 potential hydrogen. All right, this means your body's becoming very acidic. All right, your blood is slightly alkaline, and your blood will always have to maintain its slight alkalinity because that's where all your goodies come from. Remember, the blood is what feeds the body. The blood is what feeds the body is oxygen. The blood is what feeds the body is all of its minerals, all its electrolytes. The blood truly does everything from the body. Without the blood inside the body, there will be no life inside of the body, period, because life is in the blood. Oxygen is alkaline. Okay, well, the only way you can get oxygen to each cell in your body is by way of iron phosphate. Iron phosphate is alkaline. It's by way of calcium. Calcium is alkaline. By way of potassium. Potassium is alkaline. Magnesium is alkaline. Sodium. All these things is alkaline. But all these things get fed to each individual cell in your body by way of the blood. So the blood always have to maintain its alkalinity between 7.3 and 7.45, which is right up in here. This is this area right here, y'all. If y'all can see on the marker. Now, the moment that this goes to 7.4 or 7.8, you die of something called alkalosis. The moment it dropped down to 7.2, you go into a coma and you die of something called acidosis. All right, now remember, you have to keep your kitchen clean. Just like your mama whoop your butt when you was younger for keeping the kitchen dirty, because that's what she prep all your food at. Same thing with your body. The moment that your kitchen or your blood become acidic is the moment you die, or the moment it becomes too alkaline, you can die too. All right, so we usually try to keep this maintained right here, unless you got cancer or something, and we need to bump you up to 8, 9, and then once you get rid of all your diseases, we try to level you back out at 7. But we're gonna get there. So this is what we're talking about today, though, because everything you eat plays in this factor. Everything you eat is somewhere here on this chart, y'all. All right, 7 and up is what we dealing with. We don't really want to go past 10 either, because you can be so alkaline that you burn up as well. Everybody think that the alkalinity side is the cool side. No, it's not. Have you ever heard of something called dry ice? It's so cold it burns. Same thing as being on the 14 on the potential hydrogen scale. Just because it's alkaline don't mean it's healthy. Bleach is alkaline. Drink some bleach. Your ass gonna die because it's too cooling. It will kill you. You see what I'm saying? So we have to keep that in mind too. That's why we always deal with the neutral side, or we always deal with the balance. The Most High Yahweh deal with the balance of things. And we are very, very unbalanced people, y'all. If you look at the things that we're eating, half the things that we finna name and I'm finna bring up is actually on a potential hydrogen of 4 and 5. Like, for instance, your Doritos. If you check a Dorito, it's at 4.5 on the potential hydrogen scale. That's right here. You see that? You check your hot onion rings. These things right here, hot sauce, ketchup, all these things are at 4.5. Remember, cancer start at 5, y'all. Cancer is right here. So we eating things that's even below on catching cancer. We eating things that's way worse than even catching cancer, which makes no sense at all. And then we wonder why we are catching all these diseases. We wonder why we got herpes, we got sickle cell anemia, we catching HIV, we catching half of these things are coming from what you putting inside of your body. Did you realize if you maintain the right pH balance, you couldn't even catch certain diseases? But we're gonna get into it though. We're gonna get into it. All right, so what I want to show y'all is this. This is what I want to show y'all. This is my chart. We're going to blow it on up. All right. So now what all alkaline mean is electric. All acid means is what it says. It burns you. It burns your cell. Whenever you eat something or whenever you put something into your mouth, y'all, your body go through a metabolic process. The metabolic process is your body breaking these foods down. Whenever your body breaks these foods down, it leaves back an ash on your cell, right? Now, when they test that ash, if the ash have calcium, potassium, iron, and magnesium and sodium in it, and it don't have any phosphorus, chlorine, sulfur, silicone, and bromides and iodines in it, then they will literally call it a alkaline ash food. Now, if the ash leave phosphorus, chlorine, sulfur, and silicon in it, then they're going to say that's a acid forming food. All right, so you can be eating things that are alkaline going down, but once it goes through its metabolic aldehyde process, right, and it literally oxidates itself, then they check it, it can still show that it's not alkaline at all. Or you can eat something like a lemon that is very, very acidic going down, but once it goes through its metabolic process, it's one of the most alkaline foods on planet Earth. So we have to truly, truly understand what alkaline means. Alkaline or acid don't mean it's alkaline or acid before you eat it. They're talking about in the laboratory after you test the metabolic change of it. So literally they check inside of the cell after you ate the food. That's what's going to determine whether it's alkaline or not. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are truly, truly misunderstanding what foods are alkaline and what foods ain't. You see what I'm saying? Too much quinoa is very, very acidic. Sorry to tell you. Too much spelt is very, very acidic. Sorry to tell you. And this is from laboratories. After you eat them, and then it leaves back a metabolic ash on it. Everything you do to your body leaves a residue. Everything. I don't care what it is. It leaves a residue. If you check the residue and the residue don't have any of these alkaline binding minerals in it, such as calcium, potassium, iron, phosphate, magnesium, and sodium, then it's a acid food. If it leaves phosphorus, chlorine, sulfur, silicone, and iodine, then it's not an alkaline food. That's what determines whether your food is alkaline or acid. Not if you test it before it goes in the body. They don't make any type of sense. Now check this out. So this is my healthy food combination chart. These are the foods that you're supposed to be eating to truly bring your body into a state of alkalinity. We're going to start with the electrical fruits, or what they call the citrus fruits, right? Key limes. Key limes is one of your highest alkaline foods ever. Key limes. I'm going to blow this up for y'all. All right. Very, 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 very alkaline. All right. Another one is lemons. The reason why lemons not on here, because a lot of people that follow me follow Dr. Sebi, and a lot of people are stuck in Dr. Sebi's teaching. And I'm not knocking you for it. I'm not knocking you for it, but it's a lot of things that Dr. Sebi said that was alkaline that are not alkaline at all. And you can prove these things. Yeah, I'm not knocking him, not knocking his teachers or nothing. But for people that's follow him, that's crossing over to following me, I didn't put lemons there. But I put a lot of my clients, especially a lot of my cancer patients, I put them on lemon flushes. You know what I'm saying? Because to truly, truly get that initial pump, that initial flush out there, because lemons will alkaline the body, because even though they go down acidic, when you test the ash that it leaves back behind on the cell, it's full of calcium, magnesium, it's full of iron, phosphate. You see that? It's full of alkaline ash, not acidic ash. So we're going to do key limes. Key limes, grapefruits, oranges, pineapples. That's another thing. Everybody think pineapples is acidic. No, it's not. It will burn your tongue because it's very citrus. It's very electric. It's very electrical. But when you check the residue of the ash it leaves behind, it is very, very, very alkaline. All right. Pomegranates, tangerines, plum tomatoes without the skin. Make sure you take the skins off. Otherwise, it'll become a nightshade. Green apples, blueberries, and blue plums. All right. These things are very, very astringent. These are my astringent fruits. They really, really pull. And grapes. I mean, especially your purple grapes, your purple bulb grapes. All right. Then you got your subcitrus fruits, which is like apples, apricots, all berries, but blueberries, because blueberries are very, very electrical. You got cherries, you got figs, mangoes, peaches. You got pears, grapes, and nectarines. All right. Hold on, y'all. Let me know if I'm buffering, y'all. If I'm buffering, let me know. Am I buffering? Yeah, I'm buffering. I most definitely am. Let me know if y'all can hear me. I'm cool. Type in some nines. I'll keep going. I tried to blow it up as big as I can. I can blow it up again. Can y'all see that? Okay, cool. Now here go your sweet fruits. These are now this whole chart I'm showing y'all is these are the foods that are very, very alkaline to the body. All right, we got bananas, we got persimmons, we got dates, date plums, coconuts. Your dried fruit, make sure that you soak these in water 24 hours before you eat them, though, because you don't want to eat dried raisins. You most definitely don't want to eat dried prunes and dried figs, because what happens is when you put them inside of the body, what the body do is the body start pulling hydration and water from everywhere, y'all. It start pulling hydration and water from inside of your tissues to actually turn the dry raisin back into a regular raisin. It'll turn the dry figs back into regular figs. It'll turn the dry prunes and the dry banana chips back into regular bananas. So whenever you finna eat anything dry, make sure you soak it in water. That way your body is not pulling water from its own tissues to try to convert this food back into the whole food that it was before you ate it in the first place. We truly have to understand how smart the body is. So if you eating food that's not food, what your body gonna do, your body is gonna take all of its minerals and electrolytes and water that you already have stored up into other fatty tissues and cells, and it's gonna go aid the food and make it what it needs to make it, for the body can break it down and use what it need out of it the quickest. You see that? That's why you're not supposed to isolate chemistry. That's why you're not supposed to isolate no minerals. That's why you're not supposed to eat food that's not whole or none of that. That's why we look for whole grains. That's why we look for whole foods, a whole apple. We're not looking for foods that's half apple, half this, half that, because the body gonna try to make it a whole apple before it breaks it down and get all of the electrolytes and minerals and all the simple amino acid that it needs to aid your bloodstream to feed the cells. We're eating wrong, y'all. Like I said, every time you take a bite, is you eat, will this grow cancer in my body, or will this help take away cancer from my body? That's how we need to be eating. Because when you read these questions here, half of these is because the diets that our people on. Half of these questions, more than half, all of them is. So this chart here is for y'all. Now, this is called the healthy food / fruits combination chart. Okay. Now, this is what it says. It says every plant that vegetates on the earth is called a vegetable. All right, vegetation eaten from a table. That's where you get the word vegetable from. All it means is vegetation is on top of your table. And that's where we get the word vegetable from. All right, it says a fruit is a part of the plant that contains a seed. The seeds may be hidden inside the fruit, or they may be exposed. Plants also have a reproductive part, which consists of buds, flowers, or flower tops. All these are considered fruits. The roots, leaves, and stems and branches of the plants is scientifically classified as the vegetable that remain. It's the remaining part of the fruit. So if it don't have a reproductive side to the plant, then they call it a vegetable. That's usually your roots, your stems, your shoots, your leaves, and your branches and stuff like that. Everything else that's part of the reproductive side is called a fruit. So we're going to start reading and seeing here that a lot of things that we've been eating, we've been classifying them as a vegetable, and it's actually not a vegetable at all. It's actually a fruit. And the reason why is because vegetables have a lot of nitrogen in them, nitrogen or protein base, meaning that they build things and they slow down healing. That's why if you want to slow down a detox, get on some vegetable soups, eat some vegetables, it will slow you down. But the higher you is on the fruit, the reproductive side, with the nutrients and the seeds and the curcumins and the tannins and all of that, the flavonoids, notice that your healing speed up. All right, so look, we just went over the sister fruit, the subsisters, or what I call the sub-electrical to the sweets. Right now, we're going to get down to the melons. All right, now you got your melon side or your watermelon, your cantaloupe, your bitter melon, your honeydew. Remember, always eat your melons by themselves, y'all. Always eat your melons by themselves. Now, let's get into the fruits that you might not know that was vegetable fruits, but they are. All right. For instance, Brussels sprouts. A Brussels sprout is a fruit, y'all. It's literally a flower. It's a reproductive part of a plant. All right. So your zucchinis, the zucchini is a fruit. Eggplant is a fruit. Green beans are a fruit. Okra is a fruit. Peas is a fruit. And all of these are not starchy at all. And all of these are alkaline. It leaves back a alkaline ash, not acidic ash. Cucumbers is a fruit. Technically, a cucumber is a melon. Still a fruit though. Peppers, all your bell peppers or fruits, all your regular peppers, these things are fruits because they have seeds within inside of themselves. Your cabbage is an actual flower. That's the reproductive side of a stem or a shoot or a branch or a seed. That is a fruit, y'all. All right. Now you got your low non-starchy vegetables, things that are not acidic at all, which is like kale greens. They're not acidic. Your romaine lettuces, not acidic. It's very alkaline. Watercress is very alkaline. Arugula, which is arugula strong. Have you ever had arugula salad? Very, very, very alkaline, very strong. Celery is very alkaline, very electrical. That's why you taste it. It tastes salty. That celery salt that's inside of it, very alfalfa. Alfalfa is very alkaline and will bulk you up. But make sure you eat it in sprouts though, y'all. Alfalfa sprouts, your bok choy, your seaweeds, baby spinach, parsley leaf, radish, turnips, and only certain mushrooms. The only mushrooms I recommend is portobello, and I wouldn't even eat them too much because too much of them, they will mold while they're in you. So, all right, things like that. Then you got your carbohydrate or what we call your starches or your grains. Slow down on grains, and if you're healing, I would not be eating no type of grains at all. But if you just live in an alkaline lifestyle, it is good to be eating some grains. All right, slow down on them. I'm gonna tell you the ones that you truly need to slow down on. All right, amaranth, very, very alkaline grain, is very good and it's starchless. It will not add any fat to you. Quinoa will add some fat to you if you eat it too much. I eat probably a bowl of quinoa once a week. I wouldn't eat no more than that because it can come into a polysaccharide, meaning they got many complex sugars, and man, it will put some weight on you. Not good weight either, y'all. Tell me, you get all them love handles from rye. Rye is a pretty good sprout, y'all. It's very, very starchless. Kamut is a polysaccharide. I mean, it's full of maltose sugars, y'all. So make sure you calm down on the kamut and the spelt. Spelt is the same way. Spelt and kamut will add some fat to you, and it can get very acidic if you eat too much of it. Even Dr. Sabi said he had to calm down on the spelt because if you check the actual ash that spelts leave behind, it is an acidic ash. Going down is very alkaline, but once the cell utilize it and it leave back that glucose ash on that cell, guess what it's full of? Phosphorus, chlorine, sulfur, and silicon. And it got some bromine in it too. But these things are not acid binding. They don't bind to acid and neutralize acid. They actually form acid. So we got to be real careful when we're dealing with spelt and when we're dealing with kamut because they're complex sugars. They're very complex and it's hard for the body to break it down. That's why a lot of people that just eat spelt all day get fat like they eating bread because it's a complex grain, y'all. Teff is a real good one. And then quinoa and quinoa. They're in the same exact family. They're like first cousins, y'all. You can't really even tell them the difference apart. So we have to be careful when we eat any type of grain. But your starchless, fatless grains is going to be amaranth, rye, and teff. All right. Everything else is basically a complex sugar, and be very, very careful with it. If y'all getting it so far, type in some nines. I just want to show and break down a few foods to y'all before we get into questions. So if y'all understanding everything so far, type in some nines so we can keep going. If y'all can hear me well, type in some nines. Okay. All right, all praise. That's what's up. All right, now here goes some other starches. Other starches, but are good though. Good carbohydrates. Butternut squash. That's a very, very good one. Acorn squash, a very good one. Black rice. Black rice is another good starch. All right. Peas, another good one. Red rose potatoes. If you can find the real red rose potatoes or sweet potatoes, these things are starchless. It won't get you fat or none of that. Notice if you eat regular golden potato fries, you get fat off of those French fries, potato chips, because these things are acidic and a complex sugars. They break down and they straight store to your glycogen fat cells. And you get real weighty from them. You get very tired. You get the negroitis from them, ready to go to sleep. Once you get done eating, you feel real heavy. See that? That's why you're supposed to eat as light as possible. Eat as light. Never eat to get full. Always eat just to be okay. Never eat to get full either. All right? Because you always got to leave remaining energy for digestion, your digestive system. All right? Now let's get into the amino acid, or what they call proteins. We're going to break down a few of these beans. This is my chart right here, y'all. I created this chart. All right, here go your amino acid chains. Beans, the only amino acids, so-called proteins that Yaki gonna recommend is always gonna be bean sprouts. It would never be beans by itself, because beans is what's killing us. Kidney beans actually shut down the kidneys because it's full of nitrogen, it's full of protein, it's full of phosphorus, it's full of chlorine, it's full of sulfur, it's full of silicon. These things are bad for the body. These things are acid-forming chemistry, y'all. Remember, whatever we eat, we have to make sure we putting fuel in the body to feed the body, not to make the body sluggish or not to block the body up interstitially. We are truly eating to open up the meridians, the melanin highways of the body. We got to keep these metabolic pathways open so we can get waste to and from the cells. You can't be eating to clog up the body, y'all, period. Now check this out. Lentil sprouts. Very, very alkaline, and it will not clog up your body, and it will not leave and burn your cells. Clove sprouts, it will not burn your cells. It will bring electricity to the body. Radish sprouts will bring electricity to the body. Pea shoots will bring electricity to the body. Last but not least, you got garbanzo beans, or what we call chickpeas. All right, these are very, very alkaline to the body. Very alkaline. All right, only nuts we recommend is walnuts and Brazil nuts. No other nuts. Cashews, no, it's very acidic. Very acidic and have a lot of nitrogen in it. You see that? Any type of nuts, if it ain't walnuts or Brazilian nuts, do not put it in your mouth. It is very acidic and it will burn you. Only seeds we recommend is hemp seeds and raw sesame seeds. Okay? Now we get into our fatty acids and oils. We're going to get into the oils you can cook with too. All right? So avocado oils is very good. Avocado oil, very good. You can put it on your salad. Avocado oil got a whole lot of good fatty acids in it. Coconut oil, another good one you could put. Even the coconut shavings. Now, if you having herpes and stuff like that, stay away from the coconut, period, especially the skin, because they have a lot of arginine in it, and it will cause you to have breakouts. All right. Olive oil is very good for you. You see that? Brazilian nut oil is very good for you as well. Now we got oil. So the oils, again, the only oil that I recommend anybody cooking with is grapeseed oil, because grapeseed oil is the only oil that don't saturate when you put on high temperatures of heat to it. You can fry grapeseed oil. You can boil grapeseed oil. You can drop some banana fries in there and deep fry them and all of that. But the composition is still going to be alkaline when you're done with it, because it don't saturate the fat. So that's why grapeseed oil is highly recommended if you're going to be on an alkaline diet, but you don't want to miss your fried foods. Always deal with the grapeseed oil. That's the only one. And I will fry some sesame seed oil too. That's good too. Other than that, I wouldn't fry no other oil but grapeseed and sesame seed. Y'all getting it so far? If y'all is, type in some 9s and we'll keep it pushing. We'll keep it pushing. Type in some 9s and we'll keep going. Make sure they ain't got no questions so far. We all good? Y'all don't got no questions? Let me check the question. Okay, they all get it. All right. So look, now we finna look. So that was what you can eat when you're not on the cleanse. Now we finna go through the chart that you're supposed to be eating alkaline in your body while you're on the herbs. Let's pull that up. All right. This is the Amino Acid Therapeutic Diet Program. Now, a lot of y'all be having problems with this chart, so we're going to go through it. All right, it says eating correctly plays a very crucial role in your health, especially while healing and detoxing the body, mind, and spirit. Every time you move up a level on the chart, you're cleansing the body's lymphatic system on a deeper and more intracellular level. This chart allows you to move back and forth between each protocol as you feel your way through your healing. Note to self, results may vary if recommended instructions are not followed. Now, when you first buy your package, right, it usually take a month to get your package from us. That's how busy we are, and we kind of do that on purpose anyway for you to start truly changing your diet. A lot of people be bugging us about their package, and they ain't even started their diet yet. Which is crazy to me. So as soon as you order your package, the first thing you need to be doing is going on your level 1. Soon as you order it, because remember, it's going to take you 2 weeks to a month to get your package anyway. So you're supposed to go into week 1 moderate anyway. Now, when you're dealing with any sickness, unless you're dealing with one of the ones we're going to get to, but if you're dealing with just regular stuff, say you're dealing with seizures and stuff like that, I would start off on level 1, then work my way to level 2. Then ultimately you're going to be on level 3, which is right here, as long as possible while you're on the herbs. Okay. So level 1 is when you first hear about Yaqui, is when you first get on the website, you first go to the document download part and you start downloading everything. Right. All right. Now I'm getting ready. I just order my herbs. I'm ready for my herbs to come to me. But before my herbs get to me, dang, preparation. What do I need to do as far as diet? Well, first you need to change your diet. Now, this diet is going to be on a moderate diet. You're going to be on a moderate alkaline diet. Now, this moderate alkaline diet is a detoxification diet, though, because you're on a detoxification program. Detoxification is the only way you can have cellular regeneration to the body. You cannot regenerate cellular tissue on that other alkaline diet we just went to. Not on Sabi's alkaline, none of them. You have to get deeper and deeper into monofruit fasting, y'all. That's why, and we're going to get into it and we're going to break it down. So level 1 is, look, this is the first week. This is your moderate. This is just a cool detox. It ain't very intense. All right, it says detox amino acid therapy cleanse. Your breakfast, it says pick any of the following to eat, whether in smoothie is recommended or combined according to your liking. Notice the fruits we got on here. Fruits, you got grapes, mangoes, cherries, apples, peaches, bananas, key limes, etc. Now, everybody always asking, Yaqui, what do you mean by etc.? It's going to be other fruits that I recommend. If you don't know them fruits, well, we just went through the whole fruit chart, which was on my food combination chart. That's where you can get your etc. fruits from. You can't pick your own fruits because they might be GMO. The fruits might not be real. You see that? You have to eat real fruits, non-GMO fruits when you're trying to heal of diseases. All right, so them the fruits that you can eat. Your berries, organic only. You can never buy berries that are non-organic and expect to heal from them. Your blackberries, your blueberries, your strawberries, your raspberries. You got bearberries, chase berries, saw palmetto berries. There's many more berries. So we just giving you on this diet, we just giving you a few things that you can go off of. Right? Then you got your melons, which you always eat alone. Watermelon, honeydew melon, cantaloupe, and papaya. That'll be a good breakfast, right? Then you have your mid-morning snack. Your mid-morning snack should always be a fruit juice, dark leafy green, or dark leafy green vegetable juice, period. It has to be juice. It can't be nothing solid. Now you're going into your lunch. Notice that. So hold on. With Yaqui program on week 1, we done had breakfast. We done had a mid-morning snack, and we get a lunch. Yes. Ain't nobody trying to starve you. I'm just trying to have it in your mind for you to get used to not eating all these meats and these proteins that got you in the position that you in the first place. All this damn acidic food. You see that? So if I can change that, I'd rather you eat more and eat more alkaline than you eat less. And then with the less you are eating, it's acid. It don't make no sense. You can eat all day on my protocols, all day, long as it's fruits, long as it's alkalining to the blood and to the body. All right. Now you get into lunch. Lunch, it says pick any of the following and make a large alkaline salad. See that? So it ain't even just fruits on my level 1. Ain't even just fruits. Everybody think Yaki just strictly on fruit. No, I'm not, because this break a lot of people just putting them straight on fruits. Now, if you dying, you got stage 4 breast cancer, I'm not finna play around with you. No, we ain't got time to be trying to ease you into no diet. We need to get you on fruits ASAP. You got a big old tumor on your pituitary gland and you done went blind in your left eye. We not finna put you on no salads. We not even finna play around with you like that. It ain't no easing you into no diet. No, it's finna take a harsh change in environment to reverse this so-called disease you got. So I'm not finna do that. You have to be on level 3 and that's it. And you can't vary from level 3 until you heal. Then we can talk about going into some other diets. You see that? So with each different client, healers, you have to be specific, but everybody is not the same and everybody don't get treated the same, period. Because these diets are breaking people too. Some of these diets breaking people's minds. You throw them in there, throw them to the wolves and put them on an all fruit diet, you just set them up for failure because you haven't broken them into the diet. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you're dealing with herpes and when you're dealing with psoriasis and when you're dealing with paralysis where they stuck in wheelchairs, the only way I can get you out of a wheelchair is through all fruits and berries. I can't get you out of a wheelchair you being on vegetable matter. The only vegetable matter you're supposed to be on is the herbs, but you cannot get out of the wheelchair being on vegetables and being on fruits at the same time. You can't. It's too much nitrogen inside of the vegetables. Too much nitrogen. It's not enough alkaline. It's not enough calcium. It's not enough phosphates. It's too much phosphorus. You see what I'm saying? Like once you really start understanding chemistry, you will understand what the body needs to truly heal and regenerate itself. All right. So check this out. So for lunch, it says pick any of the following and make a large alkaline salad. Notice it's still alkaline though. We got romaine, watercress, arugula, dandelion greens, kale, seaweed. We got dose, nori, kelp. These are good things to put on top of it. These are good salts. We got green leaf lettuces. You can mix your salad and put some cucumbers on there. Olives, okras, alpha sprouts, onions. Be careful, not too much onions because too much onion starts creating a lot of sulfur, y'all. Tomatoes, make sure you skin them and make sure they plum tomatoes. Avocado, if you're not dealing with herpes. See that? And turnip greens. Then after that, you get a mid-afternoon snack. Fruit juice, dark leafy green, vegetable juice. And then we got dinner. For dinner, it says make a medium alkaline salad. Pick 2 of the following small amounts. You can either have some vegetable soups with no cooked tomatoes, wild rice, which they call black grass, herb seasoning, avocado, and steamed squash. See that? Don't that sound pretty good though? Yeah. For a person that's just switching over from eating all meats and healing himself. So that's the level 1. Now, once you master this, remember, you've been on this for about a week and a half. Now, once you master that, now it's time to pick it up a notch because we're trying to heal. We ain't trying to have you on level 1 the whole time because we are thinking high level, high intensity. We think it's cellular regeneration. So now we're going to move over to level 2. By the time you get level 2, that means herbs going to be at the door. Herbs going to be at the door, right? So now you into 2 weeks. You're going into level week 2, right? Week 2. Now it says detox, amino acid therapeutic cleanse, right? Now we're going to start seeing little differences here, right? So you still get the same breakfast. You still get the same mid-morning snack. You still get the same lunch, right? Or am I wrong? Now look, when you get to this lunch on this one, notice the difference. It says pick the following to eat. Smoothie recommend combined to your liking. Now when you get to your lunch, notice you're eating nothing but smoothies out of berries and stuff. In this lunch, we let you eat an alkaline salad. So now we just took a salad away, and then you go straight into your mid-afternoon snack, and then you go into your dinner. But notice the dinner is the same thing. Then you move over into the intense. Notice we took out all salads in this deal. It's a all fruit diet. This is where cellular regeneration happened at. Right? So for breakfast, what you would give your clients, he have a choice between all fruits, which is grapes, mangoes, cherries, apples, peaches, bananas, key limes, etc. Berries, remember, berries always have to be organic, and then his melons. For his mid-morning snack, it's going to be dark leafy green juice. All right, make sure you juice them and make sure it's a juice extractor to get all that fiber out. And then for his lunch, the lunch is going to be berries or melons only. By themselves. It's either going to be a tray of berries or it's going to be a tray of melons. And then for the dinner, it's just fruits only. And then you have this little green part. This little green part is all of the seasonings you can use on your food, right? Grounded herbal seasonings. We don't use what they call this deal? Seasoning salt. You're going to use ground herbal seasonings. All right. And then the queen's going to be making videos starting sometime this week that's going to be put up on the website where y'all can go through, and you're going to actually see videos of how to make your own foods and how to make your own seasonings and stuff like that. Is going to be very good for y'all. Now look, grounded herbal seasoning. Use 100% organic, fresh or dried grounded herbs. All right. You can use key lime juice. That's real good for your salad. Tastes very good on your salad. Or lemon juice. Lemon juice is very good too. Oregano, thyme, holy basil, parsley, nettle, turmeric, cayenne, ginger, cilantro, rosemary, kelp, nori, cinnamon, and date sugar. All this stuff that's spicing up your food, spicing up your salads, especially if you on level 1 and you got you a good sweet potato. Man, you can put some cinnamon on that deal and make sure you don't eat that skin. That's real good for you. It's a lot of stuff you can do still while healing. But once you get to level 3 though, and you get them herbs, it ain't no time to be playing around. Now you can go back to level 2 if level 3 is whooping your ass, because don't level 3 be whooping people ass.
Yes, yes.
It does. So we get a lot of calls like, I can't do it no more. Well, I rather, before you go run and just crash and eat a burger, just go back to level 2. Never go back to level 1 though, y'all, if you can stand it. Because look, the higher you are on the fruits, the quicker you're healing and the more that detoxification mechanism come in. Y'all got that? These are alkaline in foods. Let me get back on here. Stop sharing. Dang. All right, cool. It ain't knocking me off. I'm still in there. Still in. Bang. All right, we all good? Y'all got any questions pertaining to the food? Any questions pertaining to the food before we start answering the questions? Huh? Any questions pertaining to the food? Any questions y'all got on alkaline and acid? What I just showed y'all was, I showed y'all all the alkaline foods that I recommend while healing. And then that first thing was my food combination chart. The food combination chart is all the foods that you can eat. Make sure you're not eating too much spelt. Too much spelt is acid forming, y'all. Too much kamut is acid forming, y'all. I know this from chemistry laboratories with the test results. It's not something I'm making up. I understand Dr. Sebi told y'all something different, but Dr. Sebi was talking about foods that you eat going down. We're talking about foods you eat after the metabolic process and that ash that it leaves on the cells. That's what determines whether it's alkaline and alkaline ash or acidic ash, y'all. And I'm sorry if I hurt anybody's feelings, but the truth is the truth. And this is the whole point of this. The whole point is for the information to keep growing, not just staying stagnant all the time. Information grows just like whenever the universe expands, information expands with it. So that's the thing about knowledge. It never stops. It goes deeper and deeper and deeper, especially if you diligently seeking. All right. Sea salt. Sea salt is alkaline. Sea salt is alkaline, brother, but don't use sea salt while healing because it will bind to some nitrogen chemistry and block the body up. So the best salt to use while you're healing will be kelp sauce, nori salt, kelp sauce, nori salt, celery salt. These are the salts you can use. It's brown rice, acidic. Brown rice is very, very acidic. You shouldn't be eating brown rice on your bad day. It's straight up. Now, black rice is alkaline. It literally look like black grass. Do we got some upstairs? Kawafin, go get some black rice. I'm gonna show y'all some black rice. Black rice is very, very alkaline. Brown rice, all these other rices, they are bad for you. Do not eat them and have a lot of nitrogen in them. Now, look, I know y'all hear me talk about nitrogen a lot because nitrogen are proteins. But without nitrogen, you would not get any vegetables or fruit anyway. That in its growing stage, it's producing a lot of nitrogen. But that's why it's good. That's why you have to be very careful on what you eat and how you eat certain things. This is black rice. Notice it look like grass. Notice how it look. Look, they look like grass, y'all. They don't look like regular rice. Y'all realize that's grass. That is grass. That damn look like some black alfalfa. So that's black rice. We're not eating. This is not a grain. It's not a grain for real. This is a grass. So black rice. What about oranges? Tiffany, oranges is good long as it have seeds. All right, long as it have seeds, it's very, very good. Oranges is another one of them things that if you test them, they say that it reads on the alkaline scale like it's acidic. Well, that's because it's very, very electrical, like a lemon. But the moment you bite into that orange and all of them juices and the peels and everything from that orange break down and go through its metabolic process inside your body, and you check that ash that is left on that cell, it's very, very alkaline. It's full of calcium, full of magnesium, potassium, iron, and sodium, which is a alkaline, is literally what you call an acid binding element. We look for foods that binds up acids. We don't look for foods that are acid forming. We need to bind the chemistry. That's what calcium do. It's a buffer. It comes through and it calms down and bonds with acid to get acid out of there. That's what magnesium would do. It relaxes the muscles for the acids can get through the cells. That's what potassium do. You know what I'm saying? We're looking for acid binding elements. That's alkalinity. We're not looking for acid forming elements. You see that? Can I get a copy of the PowerPoints? Ruben, they on the website under document downloads. All right, that's cool. All right, let's start getting on these same way you cook other rice.
You have to cook it a little bit longer.
Yeah, so
I recommend that you soak it first, and then I like to use a rice cooker when I cook mine, or my what do you call it, pressure cooker, because then it comes out perfect. But that rice takes a little bit longer than normal rice, well, non-alkaline rice. Let me see.
Man, that's because this ain't rice. That's grass, y'all. That's black grass. Look at it. That ain't no damn rice. I'm gonna pull a strand out.
Yeah, then when you cook it,
look how long it is.
And it's a different. Some of them turn like white a little bit.
Look how long that is, man. These deals is long than the mud. That's black grass. We're gonna call that melanin grass. We ain't gonna even call it black rice no more. We're gonna call that deal melanin grass. It says, is wild rice the same as black rice? Yes, true wild rice is black, y'all. Yes, true wild rice is black.
But most of the wild rices you see will have some kind of fake version of black rice in there, and not this type of rice.
Can your diet heal your toothache? Yes, it can, Natasha Archie. Of course, Queen. Yes. We finna get into all of that. All right, I hope I was... Hold on, we got another one. What about chickpeas and lentils? Chickpeas and lentils, we talked about that. Lentils and chickpeas are alkaline, y'all. They're not acid forming at all, but I would not recommend you eating that while you're healing, though. Because again, it has a little bit of nitrogen and arginine in it. And say if you got cancer, the last thing you want to eat is some chickpeas. The last thing, because that arginine gonna grow the tumors. You see what I'm saying? And we're gonna get into it because we got some questions about that in here. How much Brazilian nuts can you eat? Don't eat too many of them because they have a whole lot of selenium in it, and that selenium will bind you up. I don't recommend no alcohol, period. No red wine, purple wine, nothing. If it's alcohol, if it's any type of fermentation of anything, I don't recommend it all, y'all. Period. All right, let's get it. So check this out. So we finna answer some questions. I just wanted to show y'all that. I hope y'all got a lot of information from that. Remember, it's all about being alkaline. The body is already halfly acidic anyway. Your body is made of deoxyribonucleic acid. So your body is already made of acid, meaning your cells are already slightly acidic, y'all. All right. Then your DNA is made of polysaccharides, meaning multiple complex sugars. So just on a regular basis, what you're made of is already super complex anyways. You don't need to be adding to that. Everything else in your life need to be alkaline because you are already made up of a lot of acids. You're already made up of them. That's the whole point of having minerals mixed in, or what we call salts mixed in with your amino acids to bring balance. Your body is what brings balance. Your body is not looking to be too much alkaline, nor is it not looking to be too much acidic. It's looking for that neutral 7 for electricity can be conveyed through the structure the right way, y'all. You can't do that if the body is properly out of balance. You're already made of acids. You're already made of many sugars. Now we have to bring the simplest nature structures in to keep the body at a balance. That's it. That's all we doing. You can't be too alkaline because you're going to die of alkalosis. You can't be too acidic because you're going to die of acidosis. We need to be neutral. You need to be neutral. And the best way to neutral the body is eating all alkaline because you already made of acids and your cells are already slightly acidic, which is sitting at 6.5 on the potential hydrogen scale. All right. I hope y'all really get that. Nah, no meats at all. Meats are very, very acidic. I don't care what meat it is. All meats are very acidic. You can't show me one meat on a potential hydrogen scale that's not acidic. Not one. They don't exist. Not even your meat. I just told you your cells are slightly acidic. Excuse me, y'all. What about eating by blood types? Is that a myth? That's more than a myth. Big bro, Maccabee say, enjoying a full plate of fried chicken with hot sauce and mashed potatoes and a 40 ounce of malt liquor. Yeah, right, Maccabee. Maccabee, you know you on alkaline. Maccabee on the alkaline. He ain't even eating no meat. Mally's talking about some fried chicken right now.
Some hot sauce.
With some hot sauce. Yeah, I don't even believe you, man. You got to show me that. All right, check this out. It says, blessings. I apologize for the long message, but I want you to know everything that's going on with my mother. 2 years ago, she was diagnosed with colon cancer. Notice that, colon cancer. How would you get colon cancer? Remember when we looked at the potential hydrogen scale, right? Potential hydrogen, powered hydrogen. Notice cancer cannot exist unless your cells are at a potential hydrogen of 5. 5 and below, that's where the cancer medium starts, right? Because in order to have cancer, you have to have a parasite, and that parasite can only live in 5.5 and below on the potential hydrogen scale, and you have to have mutating damaged cells, which is all cancer is. So we see that she has what? She has a parasite, and she has damaged cells in the colon, so they called it colon cancer. It says 2 years ago, she was diagnosed with colon cancer, but it was straight stage 3 at the time. Prior to her diagnosis, she was complaining about a pain in her belly. After going to the doctor, they scheduled an emergency surgery because her appendix was about to rupture. Now, if you actually look at the appendix, matter of fact, I don't share my screen. I'm in a teaching mood today. Let me show y'all something. So let's see what this cancer was starting at. Share screen. All right, let's pull it up. I just so happen to have a little diagram right here, so we're going to pull that deal up. All right, now check this out. So this is the digestive system. Remember, the digestive system actually starts from the mouth. It starts from your teeth. It starts from the xylem. It starts from your salivary glands. Your digestive starts soon as you put something in your mouth, right? But we talking about she got colon cancer. All right, so the colon is this green thing we're looking at right here. All right, this is the ascending colon. This is the transverse colon. This is the descending colon, the sigmoid colon. This is the rectum down to the anus, right? Now, you see the appendix. The appendix is right here, right? So this is exactly what he said. He said that complaining. It says after going to the doctor, they scheduled an emergency surgery because her appendix was about to rupture. Now, you have something called the cecum part of the colon, and this is where all the bacteria is at. This is where you get the good bacteria of the belly from, right? Now, what happens is that bacterium that's right here hides out in the appendix. Now, if it's too much bacterium, it's not getting released inside the colon to help clean up that extra fecal matter that's in the colon to help it break it down more. Well, what happens is it builds up in the appendix, and then you get something called what? Appendicitis, right? Now, whenever you hear itis, this comes from what? Inflammation. Inflammation is a cause of what, y'all? What side of chemistry causes inflammation? You're only working with two sides of chemistry here. You're either dealing with acid or you dealing with what? Alkaloid, base. So what causes inflammation? Of course, the acidic side of chemistry. So you can tell already how she got this was by what she was eating. It's the food. So we got colon cancer, which came from what you've been putting inside of your colon. All right. It says her appendix was about to rupture. After the surgery, they told her that they found a mass, or a mass is nothing but a tumor, y'all. All right. And they would love to test to see if it was cancerous, which turns out it was. You see that? It says they didn't let her know until her post-surgery checkup, which was 6 months after. Dang, that's crazy. You hear that? So they ain't let this woman know she didn't have cancer until after 6 months of following up with her. And you know why these evil bastards would do something like that? Because now they can impose their chemotherapy and their radiation and say that cancer has spread it, which is a damn lie. Cancer does not spread. Only time cancer moves if it's in the lymphatic system. If you find cancer in the liver after you find, and then you find it on the bones, it's always been in the bones. It's always been in the bones. You see that? Cancer shows up where you genetically weak at. This is proven time and time again. Cancer does not spread, y'all. It doesn't. It was already there. Now, cancer can move throughout the lymphatic system, which is where I want to find my cancer at anyway. The greatest news you can ever hear is cancer have spread through the lymph nodes. That's a good thing. That's because I need the cancer to be in my lymph nodes for my macrophages, and my good bifidobacteria can help break down these cancerous cells, and I can get them to my kidneys by way of my urethra, and I can get this stuff, this metabolic waste and these damaged cells out of my body. For them to say that the cancer is spread throughout the lymphatic system, it's the most dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. All metabolic waste, all toxic cells supposed to move throughout the lymphatic system. Period. Period, y'all. Let's read this. It says after surgery, they told her that they found the mass and that they would test to see if it was cancerous, which turns out it was. They didn't let her know until her post-surgery checkup, which was 6 months after. There she learned, let me get some more water. There she learned she had another surgery. There she learned that she would have to do another surgery to remove the mass from her colon. So how's her pooping? Is she pooping correctly? She constipated all the time? You ain't said none of that shit. Except it was also on another path of her colon that they couldn't remove and recommended chemotherapy after surgery. By the way, this is all happening in Jamaica, where the rest of my family are, but I live in Canada. The treatment wasn't working because they said the cancer was still spreading and suggested a stronger treatment. All right, for one, you already know that the spreading of cancer is an illusion. It's a lie. Cancer does not spread. Only path that cancer is going to move upon is through the lymphatic system. And if the cancer is moving through the lymphocyte veins, through the lymphatic system, this is a good thing, because we trying to get the cancerous cells to the lymph nodes for the macrophages can further break down these damaged uncontrollable mitosis cell. And all uncontrollable mitosis means is when the cells divides uncontrollably. We need to get rid of that anyway. Well, how do the body get rid of that? You have something called lymphocytes, and it's this lymphatic fluid that goes through the interstitial fluids of the cells and picks up all the damaged mutating cells and take it through the lymphatic system, for it can take it to the lymph nodes, because inside the lymph nodes you have big ass macrophages and you have biofilm bacteria that's going to further break these cells down. That's going to further break the acids down, and then it's going to take it to the kidneys, and it's going to take it to the nephrons, and it's going to filtrate all these cancerous cells out through metabolic waste, or what we call your urine, or you're going to sweat it out by way of the skin due to the thyroid and the parathyroid gland. So they saying it's spreading. There's no such, it's all lies. If you find cancer in the liver after a year and it was on the bones, it always was in the liver. The liver just became, the cells done got weak enough. Now you can pick it up. Now when they put it on their microscopes, they can see the actual parasite in and out of the cell to say that this is cancer. But a doctor can't say that you have cancer. You see that? Who can only test and say you got cancer?
A pathologist. A
pathologist. That's it. Nobody else can tell you clinically have cancer, because you need somebody that's going to be able to take the cell, do a biopsy of the cell, put it under a microscope, and check and see if it have pathogens going in and out of the cells. Only person that can do that is a pathologist. And cancer don't spread. That's the most dumbest thing I ever heard. It says, this is all happening in Jamaica where the rest of my family are. But I live in Canada. The treatment was working because they said the treatment wasn't working, I bet, because they said the cancer was still spreading. Now, the reason why is because, okay, you got cancer, which is nothing but damaged cells. And you got some parasites moving between the glucose cell of the wall, penetrating the Golgi apparatus of the cells and eating all of the minerals and electrolytes out of the cells, right? So you have this going on with the body. All right. Now, cancer. In order for you to have cancer, you already have to be on the 5.5 and lower on the potential hydrogen scale. 5.5 or lower, right? You're going to cut out the cells, right? And then you're going to sew me back up. Then after you sew me back up, you're going to give me chemotherapy, which reads 2.5 on the potential hydrogen scale. And then you're going to blast this chemotherapy and radiation that is 2.5 on the potential hydrogen scale. And you're going to put it on top of a cell that's already on fire, right? Now you're killing every cell in my body, and it's going to leave a glucose ash. This ash is going to leave phosphorus, chlorine, sulfur, and silicone on top of it, which is further going to corrode the cell. Now the cancer so-called spread. No, you're causing more cancer. Chemotherapy and radiation causes cancer, y'all. So how are you treating my cancer by giving me cancer? That's why the treatment don't work, because they're giving us cancer. They're killing cancer with cancer. Make that make sense. Do it make sense to any of y'all? Can any of y'all on here make that make sense to me? Anybody? We can keep this going. Anybody? Huh? Anybody? Spiritual warriors and Yah in Christ can't be too acidic or too alkaline. Yeah, we've been talking about that all day, spiritual warriors in Christ. That's all we've been talking about, balance. And you better be more alkaline than acidic. Otherwise, you're going to be writing me one of these letters as well. All right. So they in Jamaica. Well, she in Canada, and then she said her family in Jamaica. It says the treatment wasn't working because they said the cancer was still spreading and suggest a stronger treatment. And this is what they do. They want to do stronger chemotherapy, stronger radiation, more things that are very acidic to the body. By this time, my mother refused and decided to see a holistic doctor. Okay, all praises. So the mother didn't got woke, she didn't got conscious, and then went to a holistic doctor. It says the holistic doctor told her he wouldn't be able to remove the cancer. That's not a holistic doctor then. How are you a holistic doctor and you work with herbs and you can't remove the cancer? It says, but he could give her something that will stop the spread. And the holistic doctor believed that cancer spread. Oh man, you herbalists, boy. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know what the hell y'all be talking about. He gave her some detox supplements, and when she inquired about changing her diet, he told her that because of her blood type, she shouldn't drastically change her diet, and that she is allowed to eat certain meat. Do you hear this? Do y'all hear this? Y'all herbalists is not supposed to be out here calling yourselves herbalists. You are really gonna go off of you or what your blood type eat diet thing is? Come on, man. That is not true whatsoever. That is not true whatsoever. And you got this black woman still on meat after she got colon cancer. The meat is what destruct her colon in the first place. All that rotten meat just sitting around in her bowels, not breaking down. And that's what created the mass and created the tumors in the first place. And you still allowing her to eat meat, man? Come on, brother. Man, you cannot make this up. Wow, that is deep, man. I think that just pissed me off. Wow. It says detox supplements inquire about changing her diet. He told her because her blood type, she shouldn't drastically change her diet, and that she is allowed to eat certain meats. Size. I know. See, you get it because you've been watching my teachings. Like I said, I live in Canada, so I'm not there to ask the doctor certain questions. I have been following Dr. Sebi's teachings for a while, and learning about foods we eat and how they affect the effect they have on the body. Yes, alkaline and acids. I'm glad you've been studying Dr. Sabi. I myself had problems with my stomach, and I noticed when I changed my diet, everything changed also. So I believe in these teachings. There was a lot of negligence regarding my mother, but she remained silent. She did a hysterectomy 20 years ago because of fibroids. So she's been dealing with this for a long time. She got fibroids. See that? She had fibroids and had a hysterectomy. So she been dealing with tumors and stuff, dealing down there. What causes fibroids? Estrogen and acids. What causes tumors? Agglomulation of dead cells. Acids. What causes that though? The amino acids, arginine and estrogen. Estrogen is a proliferated, it actually grows things. That's how a woman get her hips. That's how a woman get her breasts. That's how a woman get them thick thighs. That's how a woman voice change. All of that is due to estrogen. Estrogen grows the cells, but you need the amino acid arginine with estrogen to be present to grow anything. So whenever you're dealing with any type of tumor, know that you're dealing with estrogen and you're dealing with arginine amino acid. That's why if you have herpes, we try to keep it away from arginine, because arginine will grow and irritate the mucous membrane and you start popping canker sores everywhere. So it makes sense. It makes a whole lot of sense. But man, that eating with your blood type stuff is the biggest crock ever. And a white man made that up in 1989. Stay away from that, man. Your body was, you're the closest to a primate that ever existed on planet Earth. You ain't supposed to be eating no meat. Show me the gorilla eating meat. Show me a silverback gorilla eating meat. Show me a monkey in the Amazon forest eating meat. Look out in the vast plains of Africa and you show me a mammal with the same body type of yours eating proteins and eating meat. You won't see it. You will not see it in nature because it don't exist. It don't exist. You start seeing meat eating after sin came into the world. Period. The meat is what got all of y'all coming to me now. Guess what? We can't heal you unless we get you off of what?
The meat.
What's the first thing we change on the diet?
The meat intake.
What's the first thing that Dr. Sabi changed on the diet?
The meat.
Morse.
Meat.
Patrick Dowles.
Meat.
I mean, we could go down.
We have to go to the frugivore diet because that's what we designed to only eat fruits anyway.
You are a designed frugivore. Period. You don't have canines for you can rip into your meat. You don't have claws. Well, I need to cut my nails, but you don't have claws where you can tear the flesh from the bone. You don't have all fours and you don't sit low profile to the ground for you can gallop and get up to 70 miles an hour in speed to track down and have enough momentum to tackle your prey. You don't have a 6-foot colon. Your colon damn near 30 feet. For you can eat these acidic proteins. You don't have the hydrochloric acid in your stomach of the pH balance of 1.5 to 2.5. For you can burn up all these meats and these proteins like a lion does, like a cheetah does. Your whole anatomy of your body screams what? Fruits. And a little bit of the anatomy of your body screams vegetables. But don't no part on your body scream meat, scream protein whatsoever. Period. And that's the problem. We've been eating foreign things. Just because another animal can eat it don't mean you can eat it. Period. You are frugivores. You was made to eat fruits. That's what you have opposable thumbs for you can peel your fruits. That's why you're able to do this, for you can reach up into the trees and pluck your fruits from the trees. Notice you and monkeys and gorillas and certain bears, the only people that have anatomy of their bodies for they can stand up and extend their arm. For you can do what? Eat from a tree. What grows from trees? Oh, fruits. Huh? Notice other animals on all fours. They can't stand straight up. They can't do that. Notice they necks are elongated to the ground, for they can eat what? The vegetables that grows from the earth. Notice cheetahs. They're very, very low because they're meat-eating animals. Your whole entire body tells you what you're supposed to be eating and what you was designed to eat, man. And you wasn't designed to eat no damn meat according to your blood type. And that's why the lady's sick, man. And then this is a holistic herbalist here that don't know what the hell he talking about. He's gonna kill her. Man, that's crazy. Yeah. That is, man, look. That's the reason why we got to get our classes open quick, because these herbalists is out here killing people. I don't even call them herbalists. Quit being a Google light around her just Googling saying you were herbalist and killing people. She got colon cancer and you still telling her she can eat meat that is going to putrefy inside of her colon, which is going to add to the colon cancer. Huh? You're going to give her more proteins that her body is already not breaking down properly, which is why she have the mass in her colon in the first place. That's the most stupidest, man. It says she is in excruciating pain. She is also diabetic, have high blood pressure, that's her kidneys, and her pain is all in her belly, never went away. And it is just so excruciating. She is in her 60s and she is still going strong. People will look at her and be confused because she did not look like a sick person. That's that spirit in her, all praises. Even the doctors were in awe because they said, even the doctors were in awe because they said, based on what is going on with her medically, she should be in a wheelchair. Fast forward to May this year, she began to decline. She lost a lot of weight. She's not able to eat. Now she's weak and she's bedridden. See that when them acid finally catch up with you, that blowback from all that chemotherapy, man, it'd be crazy. She was not able to go to the bathroom. Yeah, that's her colon. Imagine all that acid being inside of her colon. Her transverse colon probably done welded themselves to the ascending colon. So all that food ain't getting through because acids weld things together. Whenever you need to weld metal together, guess what you have to use? Fire. That's what it being inflamed is. It means that you're on fire. That's what acid does. They burn and they weld things together. We done seen ovaries get welded to a fallopian tube. We done seen a fallopian tube get welded to the cervix wall. I mean, we done seen it, y'all. If you look at what these proteins and what these acids does to the body, it will make you rethink what you put in your body. I'm telling you, y'all. This is not from hearsay. This is from things we done seen with our own eyes, family. Man, it says she was not able to go to the bathroom a lot since she did that detox, so she wasn't able to go to the bathroom. Check this out. She wasn't able to go to the bathroom since giving the detox by the holistic doctor. He ain't know what he killing her. He don't know what the hell he doing. She says she feels bloated in her belly is getting very, very hard. That's sulfur, and that can be from the liver too. Whenever that liver start failing and that sulfur builds up inside that stomach get hard as a rock. My sister took her back to the oncologist, and he said the reason for her not going to the bathroom is because her liver, because her liver is not functioning properly, and all the waste is backed up inside her. He gave her a coffee enema. Man, they just trying stuff on her, man. He gave her a coffee enema for 10 days, which made her go to the bathroom eventually, but she complained that it made her feel weaker and pain even more excruciating. He also prescribed CBD oil for pain. That's a good thing he finally did. In regards to her diet, she takes a mouthful of whatever they cook. Do you hear this? So whatever the Jamaicans cooking, she just take a spoonful of it, and that's her food. We gotta get in contact with her and get her back. We gotta get her. It says because she does not have an appetite to eat anything. The oncologist told my sister to make her soup, but they only gave her a liquid part of it. I am extremely worried about my mother, and my family is telling me to expect the worst because the state she is in now. I refuse to give up based on what I'm learning and her willpower to fight. That's what I'm talking about, sis. Don't ever give up. Especially if she got fight in her, fight for her. If she got some fight in her, fight for her. We're gonna fight for it too. I have been constantly seeking help, and I am hoping that you can give me some advice. I apologize for this long message, but I want to get a clear understanding on everything that's going on. All right. First thing that you need to do is put her on a juice diet, period. No foods, no more foods, no more handfuls of foods, no more none of that. All right. Juice diet, nothing but juice, 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 juice. All right, fruit juice, and we can do a few dark leafy green vegetables. If you have a juice extractor, immediately put her on all juice diet, all fruit juice. Go buy her a fruit juicer. Make sure that it's a extractor, and you juice her and juice her and juice her. Now, what that juice gonna do? That juice is gonna start alkaline in that body. It's gonna start getting up in there, and it's gonna start cooling that colon down. Now we got to get this mass up out of her. That's what we need to be doing. So she gonna need very, very astringent herbs that's gonna pull on that mass, but we don't want to bust it and then she bleed out. So we're gonna need things like bloodroot. We're gonna need things like poke root. You see that? We're gonna need things like the Astringent X. She's gonna need to be on a full-blown amino acid therapeutic package, but it's gonna have to be a liquefied one. We're gonna put her on all liquefied tinctures. First thing we need to do is open up them kidneys, because her kidneys is gonna be her savior. Because the only way you can get rid of all that stagnated lymph, because think about it, how much acids and how many damaged mutating cells you have to have in your body for it to agglomerate in a mass like that. That means you don't have no interstitial capability of moving around and getting all of these cancer and things to the lymph nodes, because you backed up interstitially. Not only that, all these acids are just sitting on top of the cells, and mama is burning up eternally. She's burning up from the inside out. It's like literally living in the lake of fire while you alive, because all of these acids don't have nowhere to go, so they sit and just burn the hell out of the cells all day. Now the cell starts breaking down, and it goes through something called uncontrollable mitosis, where they just starts dividing. Now the cells are dividing at a rapid rate, so they start killing themselves. This is called cellular apoptosis. Now all these dead cells are sitting on top of other dead cells. Then another dead cells are sitting. Then it's mixing with mucus, because mucus is going to come in, and mucus is going to be that big cholesterol lipid that's going to try to cool the body down. Now, whenever you mix acid with mucus, it crystallizes. Now you got these crystallized mucus, and these become tumors. Now the mass get bigger and bigger. Now, guess what? You still got blood flowing around each of these interstitial fluids. So now blood and oxygen start feeding these tumors. Now they start growing. Y'all see what's happening there? All because what you constantly putting in your mouth. So the first thing we have to do is change her diet, sister. Change her diet. Nothing but juices. She says she can't eat anyway. That's a good thing right now. And that's the one thing I do love about the body. When you get super sick, your body will straight alleviate its appetite, because it want to bring itself into a fasting mechanism. See that? Yeah, before Yahweh created everything, he created the pure fast. See that's at the beginning of time. That's at the beginning of the universe. That pure fast he created. And everybody go back to it when they get sick enough. Look at a dog. If a dog gets sick, does it eat? No, it don't. It'll go eat a little grass. It'll eat a little grass, a little herbs to help heal the body. See that? Just look at it. Look out in nature and see what nature do when sickness come upon our people. First thing you do is you lose your appetite. That's because your appetite is most of the energy that you need to heal the body. So look, since she already don't have an appetite, all praises. Let's quit her eating all of this bull stuff and all this acidic things that's going to feed the cancer anyway, and put her on all fruits. She need that natural fructose sugar, y'all, that comes from these fruits, these holistic fruits. All right, juice them all. Put her on a juice program. Y'all, look, she need to have her food from breakfast all the way to dinner in juices already made for every what? What you say? Every 3 days? Yeah. Every 3 days. It should be already prepped for her. That way, as soon as she get hungry, she just drinking the juices. She just drinking the juices. This is going to cool down and alkaline that body. That's going to keep all that pain. Now, guess what? We setting in hydration. Now, when hydration come in, remember, water is the biggest solvent on planet Earth. Y'all know what a solvent is? A solvent is a liquid that break up things. It just go through and it break up shit. Kind of like a dam. A dam is something that beavers build, right? But if it's too much water, what the water gonna do to the dam? It's gonna break it away. That's what liquefying the body does, and bringing hydration to the body does. It just breaks shit up. It come through and just start breaking up tumors. It come through and it start liquefying pathways that have been dried out before. That's why we recommend what? H3O. What is H3O, Kawhi?
H3O is the water or the hydration you get from alkaline fruits.
You see that? So we ain't looking for H2O. That's just regular water, spring water and stuff. No, we're looking for H3O. That's the water that you're going to be getting from your fruit. See, Yahweh already made it good for you. He done gave you a fruit that got over 98% water in it. So now you eating all the curcumins, the flavonoids, the tannins, all the good astringent properties you need. Plus you hydrating the body and you cooling down the body. That's all these inflamed cells that's in the body that's added to the cancer and adding to feeding the parasites in the first place. So now you got all this water and you just breaking things up. So now the body can breathe in. She's breaking up the cancerous cells and the tumors. And another thing that fruit does, the tannins in them, guess what? Thins the blood and cleanse the kidneys. That's what tannins is. That's why the doctors recommend a glass of red wine a day, because it's full of tannins. The tannins is actually, that's that red dye that you see that comes in part of that grape skin. That's why they say wine thins the blood and it actually alkalines the kidneys. Well, guess what's going to do it better than the fermented wine? The fruit in its whole state. A whole organic apple with the tannins in it, a whole organic grape with the tannins in it. This is going to open up the kidneys and it's going to get that lymphatic system filtering. Now you got to break up that lymph. And this is where you're going to need your so-called poisonous herbs at. These are the roots. These are your strong herbs that come through and it's going to bust up some stuff and move lymph and start pulling on that tumor, like your poke root, like your sarsaparilla root, like your dandelion root, like your chaparral, the leaf that's going to cleanse the blood. You see that, like your blood root. You see that, my Astringent X. That's what I got in my Astringent X. Go get my Astringent X real quick. That's what's gonna pull and get all that agglomulation up out of that body. That's what we need to be doing with her. So she need to be on an amino acid therapeutic package, and she need to be on an all fruit juice diet to calm that body down and to cool that body down. All right. And then look, notice all the other stuff is going to start healing, because they said she had diabetes. That's going to heal anyway. Her insulin problem is going to go away anyway, because we don't even need insulin to get glucose across the cellular wall, because she ain't eating vegetables anyway. She dealing with nothing but fructose from the fruits. And that's going to be through cellular respiration that's going to get inside of her bloodstream. So we ain't even worried about the pancreas at all, nor is we worried about her breaking down food, because do you have to break down fruit juice? No, you don't. You see that? So look, if you put her on all fruits, this is going to alleviate all of her problems until she heals, y'all. Here go, that's Astringent X. This Astringent X is nothing to play with, y'all. You want to pull some stuff? You want to break up some tumors? This Astringent X right here. Excuse my nails, y'all. I got to have one of my wives cut them. I know it look crazy. Yes, this right here. You want to bust some tumors up? Hey, boy, this stuff ain't no joke. I got I got plant. Look, all the herbs I got in here is nothing but lymphatic herbs. Plantain leaf, lymphatic herb. Blood root, lymphatic herb. Mullein leaf, lymphatic herb. Fenugreek seed, lymphatic herb. Chickweed, lymphatic herb. Oak bark, lymphatic herb. Blood root, lymphatic herb. All lymphatic. These are what they call them toxic herbs, because they scared of them. Now, don't get it twisted. You use these in the wrong way and you don't know how to make tinctures properly, you will kill somebody. And that's the reason why we have to get these classes up, because I see a lot of y'all are inspired to heal, but y'all don't know what the hell y'all doing. Y'all just out here Googling stuff, calling yourselves as naturopaths. Y'all are killing people, giving them wrong diets and all that, don't know what y'all doing. And that's the reason why we give away this information for free, and why we setting up classes. And that's the reason why we do so much for y'all, because y'all out here killing people, don't know what y'all doing. All right, if y'all got all of that, I know that was a long, man, that was a lot. If y'all got that, though, type in some nines. If y'all got any questions concerning her case, the Jamaican, her mother case, any questions concerning her case, I'll answer them real quick. All right, let me know. Let me know. Type in some nines. If y'all got any questions concerning her case, let me know, especially my healers that's learning. Mikael healed another cancer patient, y'all. So all praises to that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's one of them that's taking off. And look, that's because he listens to the information and he apply it. He ain't out here just trying to do stuff and acting like he's a healer. He's listening to the information. He's applying the information that I'm giving to him, and it's working. Y'all see that? Another cancer patient down, boom. See that? We straight training up healers out here, real healers that's really healing people. Let's see. What's the best juicer? Hey, what's that juice up there called?
Let me go get it.
Kawhi gonna get y'all the name of the juicer, y'all. We actually gave one away too. I hope that lady using it. I said questions to do with her. Can she drink a fruit smoothie? Karen, I wouldn't even put her on a fruit smoothie because that's even still too thick. And you're missing a lot of the fibers. We trying to give her a fiberless fruit juice. She don't need no fibers. She don't need none of that. So the best thing to keep her on, Karen, is nothing but fruit juices, nothing else. No smoothies, no salads, no nothing. Literally, because remember, she have a colon digestive problem. She have a center mass in her colon that's stopping her and all them acids, meaning that her colon wall and probably her transverse colon is most likely welded to her ascending colon by way. And then they took out her appendix, meaning they cut off her cecum's colon too. So she's not even producing bowel and chyme correctly. So her digestive system is all jacked up right now until we regenerate it and rebuild it. So she don't need nothing that's going to be going through that colon trying to break things down. So fructose don't need to be broken down when it's already in a liquefied form. It's going to go straight to that duodenum and it's going to go straight through them blood capillaries into her bloodstream and it's going to feed her cells. The rest, she just get to urinate out. She don't need to use her colon and her anus to get that out. So that's what we trying to do. We trying to bypass that because we need to repair on it. So we need to bring all of that energy and put all that energy focus on rebuilding and cellular regeneration or cellular resurrection. It's possible. We do it all the time. You see that? Christ Yahushua talk about it all the time. Yahweh talk about resurrection all the time. We do it with the herbs and the fruits all day, every day to the cells. Your cells resurrect every single day. When you get up out the bed, guess what that is? That's a resurrection. You see that? So that's what we're trying to do with the colon. So we need to spend energy on a repair. We can't spend energy on repairs. All her energy going to be going focused on pain, being bonded and locked to her nervous system because she's feeling all that acid inside of her colon. And then not only that, all the energy is trying to break down her food. So we have to alleviate all of that. And the best way to alleviate all that is put her on an all fruit liquid diet while she's on all liquid herbs. We're not going to even give her any solid herbs. It's going to all be liquefied and it's all going to be in tincture form. And the reason why we're going to put it in an alcohol tincture form and use the solvent as an alcohol because it's going to penetrate the cells and get into the blood barrier quickly, very, very quickly. And that's the reason why I love alcohol and that solvent mixing it with the herbs because it reaches the blood-brain barrier way quicker than you swallowing a capsule. That was a good question too. Very, very good question.
So the name of the juicer is the Green Star Elite. Mm-hmm. And this is more of a high-end juicer. You don't always have, everybody may not be able to afford that one, but it's a good one because it simulates chewing just like if a person was to chew, so it doesn't damage the fruit, I guess, as much, the juice. So.
All right, I'm gonna answer this last one. What about putting her on beet juice? I wouldn't put her on beet juice, and the reason why I don't recommend beet juice because beets or they're GMO. That was made in a laboratory and they very, very hard on the kidney. Now you do have some extreme cases where you get some beets roots and will open them kidneys up. But that's when I would use beets, and that's when I would use like things like garlic. Like I don't recommend garlic either. You know what I'm saying? But in extreme cases, garlic will get bacteria up out of you, and garlic will most definitely kill some parasites. So it all depends on. I'm not extremist, but in extreme cases, I will use some things that are contrary to what you think I will usually use. All right. All right, here go another one. All right, this one says, hello. I hope you're doing great. I was watching one of your videos on YouTube. All I can say is amazing. Thank you, sister. I try. I had a question for you. I have PCOS. PCOS stands for polycystic ovarian syndrome, y'all, which makes it hard for me to have kids. We don't say kids. Kids are baby goats. We say children or seeds. Don't have a consistent menstrual cycle, and also I'm insulin resistant. So you have diabetes as well. So we dealing with a woman that she have a lot of cysts on her ovaries. And she have polycystic ovarian syndrome, meaning she's producing way too much estrogen. Testosterone. So this means she probably got a lot of acne on her face, and she deals with like mustaches and beards. Whenever you see a woman, usually it's women over their 40s that go through that where they have to pick and shave and stuff like that, or they got a lot of acne. It's because they're producing too much testosterone. And these are something called sexual chemistry or sexual hormones. Now remember, all sexual hormones are created from cholesterol. Y'all write that down. If you never knew that, write that down. Any type of your sexual hormones or your sexual steroids are created from cholesterol. Okay, so you most definitely probably got high cholesterol. Now this high cholesterol, you have something that's called pregnenolone. All right, pregnenolone is how women get pregnant. Right. Well, this pregnenolone breaks down into something called progesterone. Progesterone breaks down into two splices. The left side of it is going to be an estrogen base. The right side of it is going to be a testosterone base. And it's all built off the adrenal glands. So I can tell you right now that she has a pituitary gland issue. She also have a thyroid issue, and your pituitary gland and your thyroid and dealing with women is always connected to the adrenal glands, because the adrenal glands is where you utilize all your sexual chemistry and your sexual hormone, and it works 1-in-1 with the ovaries, just like the adrenal glands work 1-in-1 with the testicles on a male. Right? The testicles is where your testosterone actually get produced at. Well, in her case, she's getting a lot of testosterone being converted from estrogen over into testosterone by way of her ovaries. Now, progesterone supposed to come in and calm that down. Remember we was talking about that little pimple, that little cyst each month? After a woman go through her cycle that ends up on that ovary, that's the progesterone she needs to actually literally stop her period and bring on everything else she needs and widen her breasts, tell her breasts to be sore, to produce milk, tell her hips to widen, to get ready for a baby, makes her vagina moist to get ready for sex, all of that, right? But she's producing too much of the acidic testosterone. So she's getting acne all over her body, on her back, on her face. She's starting to grow too much hair on her face, and she's a woman. And not only that, her ovaries have a lot of polycysts on them. And these are nothing, just little baby tumors all over there. And guess what they full of? Estrogen. Because remember, estrogen is a cell proliferator. You want to grow a cell, you need estrogen. And you need what? What amino acid do you need? I just taught y'all this. Let's see if somebody keep up with it. What amino acid you need to grow anything? It starts with an A. And I'll give you the counterpart to bring it down. Lysine. Lysine will bring it down. But if it ain't L-lysine and it's on the opposite side of amino acids, it's going to grow. It's going to grow something. And it's usually estrogen that's attached to it. Give me the amino acid if y'all can remember, y'all. It start with an A. Judah Mack on it. Arginine, there you go, Judah Mack, my brother. There you go, C.C. Williams. There you go, some daughter of Zion. Yeah, Judah Mack answered it first. There y'all go. Arginine. So she have an arginine problem and an estrogen problem. And look, most of this come from what you put in your mouth. All these estrogen predominant foods that they giving us, all these soys, all this soy milk, all this almond milk. Do y'all realize how much estrogen is inside of almond milk? Huh? Let's not get into these cows. Guess what they pumping them with to make them big? Guess what they putting in your chicken to make your chicken grow fast? What do you think is the main ingredients inside of steroids to grow shit? Ding, ding, ding. You got it right, family. Estrogen. Estrogen.
And the soy too, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're giving a lot of these male babies or just young babies in general alternative milk, and they giving soy milk, but it's horrible.
Mm-hmm. Yep, very, very horrible. Very, very horrible. Man, it's crazy. So she's going to need the opposite. You're going to need stuff that's have a whole lot of progesterone in it. For instance, chase tree berries. Chase tree berries, very good. Nopal cactus. Do we got some nopal over there? Nopal cactus, very good. Angus cactus, very good herb that's full of progesterone. And bearberry. Bearberry's very good. So
bayberry or the barberry?
No, bearberries. Actually, bearberry.
Bearberry. Oh, we don't have those, right?
Nope. No, we ain't got no bearberries.
We got bayberry and barberry.
We should have some bearberries too. Barberry good too, but I'm actually talking about bearberries. Them the things you're gonna need. So let's finish reading this, and then we're gonna put together a whole protocol for y'all right here. It's the Nopal.
Yeah.
They go to Nopal Captains right here. Real good Nopal. Straight from Medico. I love it. This is very, very good for diabetics too. It's actually one of our main ingredients in our diabetic formula. Thank you. All right, so let's get to it. So let's read this whole thing, and then I'm going to show y'all how to write a protocol up, especially for my healers on there. All right, it says, hello, I'm doing great. I was watching one of your videos on YouTube. All I can say is amazing. I had a question for you. Okay, I have PCOS, which stands for polycystic ovarian syndrome, which make it hard for me to have children. Don't have a consistent menstrual cycle. I got you. That's because all your sexual hormones are just everywhere. And you're also insulin resistant. So since you're insulin resistant, I will automatically put you on an all fruit diet because you do not need glucose, because the insulin is a salt. Insulin plays a role in your body. What insulin does is insulin picks up glucose and it carries it through cellulose past the blood barrier of the cell, and it gives glucose to the blood inside the cell to feed the cell ATP, or what you call adenosine triphosphate. That's what the cell fire off, for your cells can have electrical energy by way of your nervous system and by way of fruits. You see what I'm saying? Well, you can bypass that, and you don't need the transportation of insulin to actually carry glucose across the cellular wall if you eat fruits, because fruits don't do that. Fruits do it by infusing themselves across the cellular wall. You see that? That's what fructose do. Fructose is very, very, very high up in epigenetics and what we call epi energy. You don't need glucose and you don't need insulin to do that when you eating just major fruits. That's why fruits are foods of the angels, y'all. I'm telling you. If you want to go on a highly electrical diet, eat nothing but fruits, because you don't have to use no parts of your bodies to make the food does what it needs to do. You eat fructose, it's going to go through cell fusion. You don't need the islets of Langerhans and the beta cells inside of the pancreas to produce insulin, and for insulin to actually take the glucose and walk it to the blood cell and bring it to the cellulose of the cell to penetrate the cellulose and go through the Golgi apparatus and then give the glucose to the blood inside the cells to feed the cells, for the cells can convert and have ADP, adenosine triphosphate, for it can fire off a glucose wall and then you get your energy to live. Fruits don't need to do that at all. Fruits literally go inside of your body and goes through the bloodstream by itself. It does it by itself. It don't need blood capillaries to pick them up. It don't need the biofilm bacteria to pick them up. It don't need the villi and the fluoride and the gut tissue. None of that. It's all cell infusion when you're dealing with fruit. This is what you call high intelligent food. And guess what? It's grown by the sun, so it got all types of sun's cold frequency in it. I mean, you talk, and then the sun is very intelligent, y'all. Do not sleep on the sun. It's a very intelligent being. It's called Shemesh in Hebrew, very intelligent. So you actually getting the highest food source ever when you eat fruit. That's why, notice when you eat fruit, you automatically go on a detox. That's how smart fruit is. That fruit had you detoxing like a bug, won't it? Yeah. That's how smart it is. It'll automatically start cleansing your body. That's how you know that's the food that we supposed to be on, and it's full of melanin. So the first thing I do, Queen, I go on a straight all fruit diet. I get on my amino acid therapeutic package level 3, and I be on them fruits day in, day out. I wouldn't eat nothing else but fruits. That's going to heal the diabetes problems right there. And it's going to actually help you start balancing your sexual hormones, or what we call what? Cholesterol. Remember, cholesterol is what gives birth to your sexual hormones. Okay? It says, I went to a fertility specialist to have my firstborn, and they put me on metformin. Yeah, okay, that's an insulin-dependent drug to help me with my insulin resistance. And my second came naturally about a year later. But it's been 5 years now, and I've been trying with no luck. My husband and I went back to the same fertility using the same medications and did that for a year, and it didn't work. Do you have any cases that are similar to mine? And do you have any kits in your shop that can help control this and eventually help me have more children? Of course. Of course. First thing I would do is I most definitely get on my week 1 and 2 amino acid therapeutic package, sister. I need you to check him though. It might. So even though you have PCOS, we need to check him and check them testicles and make sure that he's producing the right amount of sperm. Make sure he don't have a low sperm count. We need to be checking that pituitary gland on him too. But you need to have an essential glandular kit. We need to get that pituitary gland in shape, clean up that pituitary. We most definitely need to get that calcium right and get your iodine and bromines right, dealing with the thyroid and the parathyroid, which is the gear shift of the body, and work our way all the way down to the ovaries. Right? You need to check your discharge, make sure your discharge is clear, make sure it's not yellow, make sure it's not green, check them periods, make sure you don't got a lot of blood clots inside them periods. You most definitely need to be on an all fruit diet, and you need to be on my essential glandular kit. But what I would do is do the week 1 and 2 amino acid therapeutic package, and what we do is we will customize that with the glandular kit. That way we feeding the pituitary all the things you need. You can get your chase berries, your nopal captives, your angle captives, your bearberries, and things like that to truly feed and aid the endocrine system, because that's what's going on with you. And I bet you your cholesterol is very, very high because you're producing all these sexual hormones, but you're producing them out of whack, and they're very unbalanced due to acidosis. It's what we eating. You know what I'm saying? You have to get on the proper side of chemistry. Once you alkaline that body with them fruits and you take them herbs, that's going to change your whole life around. And your husband need to be on the same exact regimen as you, period. And we need to be checking his sperm too, because his sperm might not be alive. It might be very stagnant, and it might not have enough heat. You know what I'm saying? You need to check his nuts, make sure they're hanging far enough from his body for they ain't not all up in him and getting too hot off their temperature, or they can probably be too cold and be clinging to his body too much. I mean, there's so much stuff going on when you're dealing with life. You know what I'm saying? Remember, the nuts is like an incubator, and you just got a trillions and trillions of souls waiting to come from, and you shoot off into your woman, and they come through that matrix, and then boom, you have a whole soul that you're responsible for. You have to have the right environments and conditions in order to give birth to a baby, and a baby will only come through an alkaline environment. Period. If you actually get into the potential hydrogen of birth, not the acidic pain, but when you get into all the colostrum, you get into all of the mucous membrane, the placenta, and all of that yucky stuff that come out of the woman, test all of that. All of that is alkaline. And the moment that it all become alkaline is when she start dilating. Ain't that crazy? So you need a alkaline medium to even give birth to a child. Now, the pain is very acidic, giving birth to the child, but everything else have to be alkaline. So that's all. You just need to get on the alkaline part of chemistry, sister. Hit us up and we'll get at you. You should have put her name on here. Can you find her? Yeah, reach out to them. All right, let's see what else we got. Do y'all got any questions concerning that? Concerning the case we just read? If not, type in some 9s and we'll keep it going. Type in some 9s and we'll keep it going. Any questions? Yeah, that's right. Some daughter of Zion. It's called bearberry. Bearberry root. Bearberry root, not barberry. Any questions dealing with her? If not, let's keep it going. All right, all praises. Hallelujah. All right, let's keep it going then. All right, this one we got. Mark Tops, my brother. Shalom alaikum. How you feeling, Aki? I ain't seen you in a minute. All right. It says, I've been suffering with multiple sclerosis, or MS, since 2009. The condition is now in its primary progressive stage. So I have been told. I'm glad you're thinking like that. So you have been told. What is multiple sclerosis? All multiple sclerosis is rheumatoid arthritis to the nervous system. All right. Rheumatoid arthritis turns into multiple sclerosis, y'all. Multiple sclerosis is when the immunological system, or what we call the so-called immunological system, because I don't really believe in a cell that builds immunity, but we'll talk about that another time. But it's when the immunological system literally starts eating and attacking the nervous system. Why is that? That's the whole thing. And that's because cells are literally built up in the nerve tissues. Remember, the body is made of what? 2 fluids and a bunch of cells when you're done talking. All right. You have 150 trillion cells in your body, and you got 2 fluids in your body. Blood. The blood is what feeds the cells of the body. Right. Then you got another fluid called the lymphatic system. The lymph fluid is what cleanses the cells of the body. Then you have the nervous system. The nervous system, what? Moves them. So blood feeds the cells. Lymph cleanses the cells. The nerves moves and communicate to the cells, right? You're only dealing with two sides of chemistry here. What side of chemistry causes the immunological system to eat up the nervous system? Acid. You see that? We can make this simple. You have one side of chemistry that kills, and you have another side of chemistry that brings in life. The very, very, very corrosive side of chemistry is acids. Don't believe me? Go get some battery acid and pour it on your pinky toe. Get a Coca-Cola and pour it on the grass and go back out tomorrow and tell me how that grass looks. That's what acid does to the body. It's very corrosive. And half of the things you're eating is acidic. And that's the reason why we're going through what we're going through. So now you got all these acids building the cells up inside of your joints, between your joints and inside your muscle tissue. Then it start attacking what? The nerves. So then the immunological system gets up and go start trying to attack the acids that's attacking the nerves and start eating up the nerve. Now they say you have multiple sclerosis. Well, it just means you have acid on your nerves. So what do? What do? You alkaline the body. You alkaline the body. You start bringing in cooling agents. That's going to cool the body down. Notice what winter does. Winter is one of your most alkaline states. Yes, it is. Between when and winter kick in, between November all the way to what? Kawhi? Winter. November to what? January, February, what? February?
Yeah, February.
So that's your alkaline stage. Notice in the winter you catches a what? I just caught a cold. Huh? Notice the first thing you do when you catch a cold or you catch a alkalining state. Your nose start running and mucus start coming out of everywhere. You start coughing to break up agglomeration and solidify the agglomeration mucus that's in your chest. You start sneezing, chew. What's coming out when you sneezing? Huh? All the dirt and debris that comes from this acidic air and all these chemtrails that this government trying to kill us with. Huh? Then you get pressure in your ears and you start cleansing your ears, candle wax in your ears. All ear wax come from them. You getting boogers in your nose. Your body just start getting rid of all the excess mucus because you have went into the cold and you caught a cold. Or you caught a what? Huh? You caught an alkaline symptom. That's what the cold does. It cools things down. That's what fruits does. It cools the body down. It hydrates things. It makes things move. Things are not so agglomerated and stiff and bind it up no more. See, nitrogen binds you up. Protons bind you up. Proteins bind you up. Electrolytes loosen you up. The cold loosens you up. Things get hot. It gets sweaty. It starts welding themselves together. Women, you know what I'm talking about when them breasts start sticking to your to your skin. You got to lift them up. You got all that mucus and dust up under them. Brothers, you know what I'm talking about when your nutsack starts sticking to your thigh? That's what heat does. That's what acid does. It sticks things together. But the cold brings things apart because it's alkaline. Remember, heat is acid. Cold is alkaline. It calms things down. That was a good analogy, wasn't it? Because that's true. And some of y'all be having sweaty breasts like a mug, and brothers be having sweaty testicles. Uh-huh. All right, so that's what you need. So the first thing you need to do, I need to get you on an all berry diet. Whenever you're dealing with the nerves, berries are very, very good, especially the alkaloids inside the berries. And berries are very, very electrical. So whenever you're dealing with a nerve problem, always go mainly berries when you're getting on the fruits. Fruits, berries, and melons stick mainly to the berries. Whenever you're dealing with cancer, stick mainly to the grapes. Okay? Grapes are very good for astringent and pulling things that are alkaline of blood, and it will shrink tumors. It pulls things. But very, very, very good for that nervous system will be your berries. When you're dealing with Alzheimer's disease, when you're dealing with herpes, whenever you're dealing with people that have brain diseases, stuck in wheelchairs. Remember, we need to regenerate the nerves. The berries are good for that. Yahweh put it all in the garden already for you. It's already ready. It's already with seed inside of itself. It's already made ready for you. All right, so that's what I do. I'd be on a high berry diet. I most definitely be on my amino acid therapeutic package level 2. That's what you need to be on, the amino acid therapeutic package level 2. It says recently I had an MRI and it shows a lesion on my spinal cord. Yeah, that means, yep. So you are in your primary progressive stage. If it's spread into that spinal cord, you're going to need to be on some calcium too. You need to get on my calcium triphosphate, and we need to go after that thyroid and that parathyroid and make sure that you're producing enough parathyroid, which is going to convert into your calcium. Make sure your calcium bone matrix is good. Make sure you don't have no osteoporosis going on. So you're going to need calcium. And what's happening is calcium is your big buffering system. Your immunological system been eating up at your nerves. So calcium coming through trying to calm things down. Remember, if you look at the potential hydrogen scale, what's the first thing you're going to look at when you look at alkaline ash? You're going to make sure it's calcium in there. So your calcium bone matrix is the first thing that anything pull from when the body is acidic, because the body is trying its hardest to maintain the pH balance of a 7.35 to a 7.4 blood, because the moment it go to 7.8, you die of alkalosis. The moment it go to 7.22, you die from acidosis. So it's going to pull calcium from anywhere just to bring calcium into the bloodstream to maintain its alkalinity, especially if the kidneys ain't working properly. You see that? So calcium is just getting stripped everywhere. Now you got lesions on your bones. All of this is because the body is trying to keep the blood clean. All right, so which have lesions on my spinal cord. The scary neurologist wants to kill me with chemotherapy drugs called Menicab. No, not only no, but hell no. Evil doctor, keep your ass where you at. She don't want your chemotherapy. This poison wipes out both. Look, check this out. They want to give her chemotherapy drug called Mevaclab. It says this poison wipes out both T and B cells. Why would you want to wipe out your thymus cells and your bone marrow cells where your calcium matrix is formed from anyway? Wow, and I'm glad you understand and you know this. I'm glad, sister, you smart enough to know this. Do you see what they be trying to do, boy? Wow, that is crazy. It says T and B cells, which give me no defense, especially during this COVID plague. I'm glad you understand that. The side effects are horrible, and I'm going down fast, and all of a sudden, I hope maybe there's something that you can help me with. My number is boom, 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 boom. My name is boom, and here's my email. We're going to get at her, too. Now, look, how many MS cases we done dealt with?
Several.
Yes, MS ain't nothing. We can get rid of that. So I wouldn't even worry about that at all. I wouldn't worry about that at all. All right, I'm gonna do one more question. I'm gonna ask some of y'all questions. It says, Shalom, my brother. I watched the video. You said to get the endocrino balance. I sent my test scores. You also said to go on an all-berry diet for my prostate to cut back on the water. And from my test scores, do I still need the endocrine balance? Okay, so he done changed his diet and did my recommendations, and he went to get his score. I forgot what your PSA scores was. So there's somebody that had a swollen prostate, and his PSA level, which stands for prostate specific antigen, which is basically a protein globin that be produced by the prostate gland that goes into your blood. They checked him and it was high as hell at first. They said it was like prostate cancer. He ended up changing his diet, like I told him, and got on the all-berry diet and stuff. And I mean, his numbers went down. I mean, it went all the way down on 1.330. I mean, that's damn good for real. I mean, he really don't need money. Let me show y'all these levels. Let me get this now. Look at that. Look at them levels, y'all. I folded your name, brother. Look at that. Look at the levels he done got down to just by being on a berry diet, y'all. Look what the herbs do. Look at that. Wow. All praises. Yeah, you cool, brother. I mean, just for a further cleanup, I still get the herbs. I still get the endocrino balance, especially if you're gonna go back to eating crazy. But yeah, man, you good. PSA screening 1.33. I mean, they done took it up to 4. Even up to 4, they say you cool. To me, you got cancer up to 4. I mean, but between the ranges of this and they saying 3.99, you good. for real, I wouldn't let it go higher than 2.5. If it's higher than that, to me, it's cancer. They ain't gonna tell you that though, but it is. But I mean, man, you went from, I think he was at a 17 point something, you all the way down to 1, all off a berry diet, brother. I mean, you healed yourself. Flat out, you healed yourself. You don't got it no more. I'm proud of you, bro. I still do the cleanse and don't go back to eating what you was eating, man. That'd be your worst mistake. It's to go back to eating what you was eating. But man, I'm real proud of you, brother. It's 10 o'clock. Yeah, you did good, brother. You don't got it no more. No, you don't got no more cancer, bro. You good. I mean, the facts right here. Here go to, yeah. Doctor name is Alkaline, MD. Yeah, result labs, MRH, blood specimen. Man, yeah, Memorial Region Hospital out of Florida. I got his credentials and everything, brother. You healed yourself, man. That diet whooped that cancer ass. Your prostate good, brother. I think it's 10. All right, y'all. I was gonna answer a question, but it's 10 o'clock, so I'm gonna get up out of here. We're gonna be cooking classes coming this week. Y'all see what we've been doing to the website. You can now go on there. You can get your melanin pack, melanin silver package, or you can get the membership or the melanin gold. The melanin gold, you can ask whatever you want. We'll respond back to you quickly. Hopefully we have all this stuff up quick. We're working on it now. And the website is not all the way complete, but it is set up for you can do some things like that. So we're working on a lot. Whoever that's going to be under the melanin gold will actually be getting all of the we got all of the herbal classes going to be on.
Access to everything.
To everything. The melanin silver, which is the second package, you have access to the cooking classes. You have access to the body system teachings, but you will not have access to the herbal classes. The regular melanin, which is the free package, you will just have access to shop and you can buy whatever you want up off the site, but you won't have access. Free information as well, newsletters and all of that, but you won't have access to the cooking classes or nothing like that. That's for the melanin silver. But that melanin gold, you have access to everything. Y'all gonna start seeing stuff on there this week, y'all. We've been working real hard trying to get this clinic up for y'all and everything else. Some feast days around the corner, Trump's tabernacle and everything coming up. So we is gonna be off quite a lot during these seasons because this is the Holy Day feast. Hallelujah for that. And we be needing it anyway because we do be needing a break because y'all be killing us, boy. But look, I love y'all deed and truth. We went a little late today, so forgive me for not answering none of y'all questions. Hopefully, I'll be able to go up sometime again this week, and we'll be able to answer anything y'all got. All right, with that being said, if y'all got some understanding, overstanding, and understanding on this lesson today, type in some 9s and we're going to get up out of here. Let me see y'all 9s.
Also, let them know the silver and gold packages, you also get periodic discount codes. So
I forgot Kawhi said. So with the packages, if you were melanin silver member, you will get periodic different types of discount codes. Now, if you full gold, we're gonna have months where shipping is free for a whole month. You're gonna have months where it's just 25% discounts on everything. That gold package is where it's at, but a lot of people don't want to do 50 a month, so we created the silver. The silver still gonna be jumping too, but I'm a melanin gold type of member, so that's why I made it so good for y'all. So just go check it out, read it. It's gonna get better in time. It's not done yet. We just started it, and the reason why we did that is because it was so many people asking questions inside the chat, and we couldn't keep up with y'all. And even with hired staff, you couldn't keep up with all of the questions, and y'all started getting irritated and stuff like that, which y'all started irritating me. Y'all know I cut y'all out in a minute, so y'all better quit messing with me. But anyways, we just had to make it to where we had to make it worth our while too, because I can't stay up all day, every day answering questions. Kawhi and Ani, y'all can't stay up all day, every day just answering questions back to back to back. And y'all truly have to understand that. So for people that want to be in interaction like that, then we provide certain memberships where you can be that way. You know what I'm saying? If you just want to buy regular herbs and you can read the stuff yourself and you understand the videos we doing right now, boom, just be a melanin member. All right. If you want to be able to ask questions through the chat and then we answer them what I'm doing right now, these came from silver members. silver melanin members, and we answer your questions out loud. If you want your questions to be responded right back to you within 48 hours on the chat, then you got to be a gold member. See that? And that's going to alleviate all of that. You felt disappointed and you feel less than somebody else. You feel like Yaki didn't get back at you quick enough and all of that. So hopefully these melanin memberships will help that. What about?
The best way to get the information you need, especially if you have something serious going on, is to book a consultation. That is the best guaranteed way to be able to get, you know.
Yeah, it is. Because I mean, like, y'all be asking stuff this long and then y'all be in stage 5. It's like, that's crazy. So I just hope y'all really, really listening. Hope y'all taking up all this information. To all my students out there that's truly learning and healing y'all. I love y'all. Keep learning, keep applying it. Man, look, this information is not mine. It's for us to soak it up and it's applied. Remember, there's no knowledge is not power if you just know a lot of stuff and you're not applying what you learn. So apply that. Remember, alkaline ash and acid ash. Whenever you putting something in your mouth, think about it. Is this good fuel for my body? Is it going to be is it going to add years to my life, or is this bad fuel to my body and this is going to take years from my life? Am I feeding a cancer if I'm eating this, or am I healing a cancer if I'm eating this? If we really start looking at food that way, a lot of our problems and this issues will go away. So I love y'all, Dean Truth. Shalom, shalom.